loves, welcome back to my channel. Now, before I tell you what we will be doing today, let's get those little disclaimers out of the way and then chat about today's session. Of course, before we get started, I do have my disclaimers to take out of the way. I live near a major highway here in the country of Belize, so you will hear those motor vehicles in my background. Where I live, there's also a lot of wild birds. You will hear them calling, chirping, crying in the background. And also, I have dogs. I have dogs, my neighbors have dogs. So if anyone come near either of our houses, you will hear those dogs start barking. And with that, I get back to my regular scheduled program. Okay, so today we're looking at this. Ooh, very shiny. I've had this for about 8 months now, and it is actually a fountain pen. Look at that. Yeah, I actually had one of these boys, and the brand name of this pen is actually Gwei, I guess, Gwei or Goi. And it's a pen that it's a very inexpensive fountain pen that I bought from AliExpress. So it's not one of those high class ones. It just looks really high classy. And one of the things I noticed about it, it actually did not come in anything fancy. It just came in a normal packaging envelope, you know, the little plastic one with the bubble wrap, and it had a little bubble wrap around it. That's what it came in. It came with its converter set, and and that was it. It just came with its little converter set, and it came wrapped in a packaging envelope. Now I do notice it does have a bit of weight to it. It has don't worry, it's empty. It doesn't have any ink in it. It has, the nib is actually a 5-point nib. It's about a 5-point nib. Now, I don't know much about fountain pens, but I thought it was interesting when I was looking at different YouTubers, and some of them do line with fountain pens, and I thought, that looks interesting. So probably it's a cost-effective way of lining. So I got one, inexpensive one too. And I also got a set of cartridges. Now here's the converter set it came with. And this is the set of fountain pen cartridges that I bought for it. Now the one thing I should say about this pen is I've had it for about 8 months, so obviously I have used it. And from what I have seen, it does do great when it comes with line work. So line work, great. Leakage, yes. Because it came in an envelope, there was no instructions or no warnings or no information about this pen. Literally, there was none. And it wasn't until after I bought the cartridges I noticed that there were different cartridges on AliExpress that was talking about sizes. And this didn't tell me what size cartridge it uses. So I believe this cartridge that I have here is maybe a little too small for it because it leaks. And the customer service that I got this from through AliExpress was very, very bad. I mean, it was really, really bad. Now, the ink, when it comes to the ink, it really has brightness. However, the ink is actually, it smudges, it's water soluble, and it dissolves with alcohol. So definitely, if I'm doing line work with this pen, I cannot use any alcohol-based markers or any water-based products with this pen. it's comfortable hold, but because it's so heavy, it might get tiring if I'm doing long or big pieces with it. I'm not sure about the longevity of it, but definitely I would say it needs some kind of instructional manual with it to tell you what size of cartridge it used and to give you more information about this pen. So now I'm going to change the cartridge that is in there, and like I said, it's empty. See, the cartridge that was in here is empty, so I'm going to change it. I'm going to put a fresh new cartridge in here, but it leaks, so I have my tissue all prepped out. I think I might have to bore the, yeah, there we go. The one thing I noticed though, when the cartridge is, I got a piece of scrap tissue in here too to test it out, to make sure it comes down. Oh boy, it's not coming down. Oh, there it is. Ah, it's leaking. See? So the first couple of drops is not, see? It's just the first couple, and I'm not even pressing it down. I wish I could show you this. There. You guys seeing it? Oh, where it is? Where is it? You guys are seeing this? It is leaking. It is dropping. So the first couple of drops, it actually drops. You really have to see this. All I'm doing is holding the pen over this tissue and watch. It's just dropping away. Let me go to a clean spot on this tissue to let you see what's going on. See? It's just dropping. Literally just dropping away. And this is what I have to do. I have to wait until it stops dropping for me to work with it. And that's because it's almost finished when it reached this point of stop dropping. That means it's almost finished. So you really need to be careful with it. It just literally just start dropping. It's crazy. Let me see now if it has stopped, because it's not. Yeah, now it looks like it has stopped dropping. And you can see it does give you nice line variation. What I don't like is there's feathering of these lines. There's literally feathering in these lines. And this is Bristol board, so maybe that's the reason why it feathers so badly. But the lines are feathering, so maybe that's the reason why I waited so long to do it. See, now I can use it without it's just dropping like crazy. Because that was my biggest headache with this thing. It just literally, it just drops and leaks. Now that I think I'm good, sorta, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you now how it lines. Okay, the other thing I should say about this pen is that the pen cover does stay on, but it doesn't have a, let me bring my, it does stay on, but it doesn't have a very strong grip. As you can see, it's very loose. I don't want to turn the pen because I'm afraid it causes a mess. So the grip on this pen is not very strong. So I have my piece here all lined up. As you can see, I'm drawing a little flower, some flowers in a pot. And okay, I am all inked up. As you can see, I made a huge boo-boo right there where a lever of ink just decided to spew out. I was just frightened. There's little I can do about it. I might be able to work it into the overall color of this piece, but what I'm going to do for this, I am actually going to leave this overnight so the ink can dry really well, and then tomorrow, so this is actually a two-part series, and then tomorrow when I come back we're gonna color it. Okay, hi friends, welcome back. After 24 hours, I believe it's dry. I hope it's dry. I just left it overnight so it can dry and I can come back to you and do the actual coloring. Because I know that this pen is not water resistant or alcohol resistant, I will use colored pencils. Like I said, I've already sought out my colored pencils. I'm just retesting it to see if it's going to continue dripping, because I know there's probably still ink in here. It doesn't seem to drip after it has gone through that previous flurry of ink. I guess when it's almost next to complete, it just doesn't drip a lot. So that's the good part. As you can see, my tissue is still dry. So let's get to the coloring. I'll be using the Milan Biglet for this. And let's hop to it. That's it. I am finished. What do you think? What I did with my little black spot here, I just dabbed a little bit of red around it to make it look like the leaf was starting to rot a little bit or decay. Just to make it a part of the overall presentation, and I think I was able to do that. Tell me, what do you think in the comments below? Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. This pen in particular will take some getting used to, but we'll try. I mean, I've had 8 months to deal with it, so we'll continue to try. And with that, I say thank you so much for joining me on this journey. And until the next one, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.